What's up, folks? It's time to watch some Night of the Living Dead. I decided to do this video because it's public domain and there's no reason why I can't upload a video just commenting on the whole movie. It's a great movie. It's one of those all-time classics, so definitely definitely one of my favorites for sure. So anyway, this is a really iconic scene right here. Just this first shot of the windy road of the brother and sister driving up, getting ready to come see their dead father, and then the title, Night of the Living Dead. And then I got the title up here, of course. It's right up there, but there's also a title over there. Yeah. Anyway, so this movie's from 1968, and the movie that I'm familiar with is actually from I think it was 1990 or 1991. Tom Savini remade this movie. Uh, Originally, it was directed by George A. Romero, and yeah, I mean, this movie defined the zombie. This movie basically invented what zombies were for the most part. There was a couple different movies prior to this, but it hadn't really gotten down what the zombie was at that point. Cemetery entrance. And see, that's all natural production quality right there. Production value. Those bullet holes in the sign, man. That's all the rural area they're in. Let's see. Yeah, 1968. This is an old movie. The crazy thing about it though is in 1968, a lot of movies were actually in Technicolor, so it's kind of weird to see a movie from that time era not in color. I would actually really like to see this movie in color, to be honest. I bet there's a version out there somewhere of it in color. I just haven't seen it yet. But yeah, here we go.
They ought to make the
The
day the
beautiful
time
Judith
changes the
O.D.
first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny,
Trying to
you
see the
wouldn't
name
do
of
it.
her brother there.
I want to blow
I'm on
sunlight on a
IMDb
scene
while I'm
like
watching
this.
this, just so I can sound smart.
I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
I'm not seeing her brother credited on here.
You know that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
Nope.
No.
Not seeing
Look
it.
at this thing. We still remember. I don't.
Judy, Tom,
I don't even
Helen,
remember
Harry,
what
Barb.
the man
Yeah,
looks like.
Johnny's
Johnny,
not.
it takes you
It's
5
Johnny.
minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to
Oh,
put the
there he
wreath
is.
on the grave and 6
Russell
hours to drive
Striner.
back and forth. Mother wants to
Striner.
remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she
Weird.
stays at home.
He's not
Well,
credited
we're
in
here,
this movie
John,
at all.
all right?
Okay, right there. That's a red. That's a red flag.
We're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problems.
You never turn off the radio during an important interruption. Just throwing this out there. I live in Oregon, and in Oregon we have recreational marijuana, and I will be chilling smoking during this video. This video is not about me smoking. I just happen to smoke,
Which
so
row is it in?
I'd like to enjoy it while I watch the movie. And this cemetery, actually, I'm not sure because they don't say in the exposition where they are. All they say is they're in the country and they're from Pittsburgh, but they don't say where the country
When there's
is.
no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep when the time changed.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
You know what's funny about some older actors from older movies? You can tell like how they're gonna be when they get old. Like that woman, she's a little older now. I'm sure she's in her late 50s by now, if not mid 60s, something like that.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year.
But when they're
Each year
older,
we
you can just
spend
tell
good money
they
on
just
these
act a little
things.
differently.
I'm
Oh
out
shit,
here
she's
and the one
72.
from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many
Sell it
times
next
we
year.
bought the same one.
Yeah, see, you know what I noticed about Johnny is all he does is complain in this movie. He's like, oh, we had to drive all the way out here from Pittsburgh. I can't remember my dad's face anymore anyway, and we went to church already today, and let's just sell this. And this guy, all he does is complain. So I've noticed that Johnny's character is kind of a.
Hey, come on, Barb.
Dick.
Church was this morning, huh?
Same. Oops. Need to blow in the mic there. Right there is where I'd be like, all right, there's a guy walking kind of awkwardly through the cemetery. Let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, I mean praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I mean, praying's for church.
I
Come
haven't
on.
seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here?
He's meant to not be
It
like.
was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that?
He sounded
right
Jewish
over
there.
Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
Hey, you're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
She seems genuinely upset about this.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
That's the
Stop
iconic line right
You're
there.
ignorant.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
You're acting like a child.
Look, there comes one of them now.
Yeah, he genuinely looks like a zombie from far away, whoever that dude
I'm getting
is.
out of here.
Johnny.
Looking like he is a zombie. I haven't seen this movie for a while, so you know. Oh shit, that's Robert De Niro zombie. Hey, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo, hey. Robert De Niro here, hey, yo. I can't do Robert De Niro voice very well, but that's what it looks like. Dude, he's totally making Robert De Niro face. Give me your glasses, you son of a bitch. Dude, okay, this is the one problem I'm having with this movie already. Zombies don't, look at that. It's a pretty agile moving zombie there. He's fighting a, oh, he killed Johnny. Johnny did too. He's fighting a, oh, Robert De Niro face. Dude, he looks seriously like Robert De Niro's like cousin. He's like, hey, it might be a zombie, I don't know. Yeah, so like, a zombie who is dead shouldn't be able to overpower a man who is alive. I mean, yeah, they should just, I don't know. I can't really complain because, like I said before, George A. Romero, the director of this movie, he's the one that invented, like, zombies to begin with. Like, he is the one that wrote the book on zombies. So, there's no complaining. Like, whatever happens here happens. This is an interesting scene. I've seen a lot of different things about this movie and stuff. In this scene, he actually picks up a rock here at one point, and he starts hitting the window with it. And he actually breaks the window, and it's actually an accident when he breaks the window. And he almost, I think he hits the camera guy, or almost breaks the camera in the process. Bam! And the cool thing is he stays in character. He's like, fuck it! And he just dives right in. Come here, you bastard! But this scene is actually really a lot more intense in the Savini version, which came out in the 90s, or early 90s. This scene is a lot more intense because there's multiple zombies coming at her. One guy has a Y incision in his chest, and it looks scary as shit because they sew him up very, very crudely and throw a suit on him because he's stiff. And it's just, it's definitely a lot more freaky during that part. This scene right here, that little mess up there, the car all messed up, they actually had to shoot that several times, and they shot it from different angles so the car wouldn't look messed up. And I think actually what happened was they messed it up and they hit into a tree, but they ended up having to do that scene and make it look like she crashed into the tree so it would, the effect would work. I don't know, it's been a while, but there's a lot of really cool, interesting things here in this movie that I've always really enjoyed about. It's been so long since I've watched it though, this is why I'm watching it again and why I'd like to just sit here and pick it apart. Hey, Robert De Niro, hey, where you going? You looking at me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Hey, there's the farm. So, this scene in the not the original, in the remake, they kept showing credits, and I always remember when I was a kid, it was weird seeing such an intense scene happening and they're showing credits. They don't do that here, obviously, but Fall down. Oh shit, she ate shit. Yeah, man. So it's daytime. It's daytime, and this is I remember something later in the movie, not too much later, like pretty soon, like daytime just disappears. But anyway, Robert De Niro zombie is getting closer and closer. All right, so we're in an old ass home. This actually looks like a really old looking home. The doors and everything look like from the early 1900s. Everything's old. So one thing I remember about this movie is the house they get trapped in is just look at like all the furniture looks like it's like an old lady's house. This definitely looks like an little old lady's house for sure. And the first thing I would be doing if you're in the countryside is announcing your presence and saying, "I'm not here to rob anybody or eat anybody." Dude, she's grabbing that blade. I hate when I see people grab blades. Don't grab the blade. Okay, obviously it's showing that there was a struggle in this room at one point. I see some paper towels in the back. That's cool. Oh, you knocked shit over. So yeah, there definitely looks like there's been. Oh, look at that fireplace. That fireplace is ancient looking. Look at that thing. It looks really nicely carved too. It's pretty. Stop grabbing the blade, lady. Jeez, I hate when I see people do that. It freaks me out. All right, here's a pretty weird camera. I remember this scene. I think the camera goes whoosh really fast, and like it's gonna turn to something, and then it cuts to like a stuffed animal. Not a stuffed animal, but like a cat. Yeah, see, here we go. That's very anticlimactic of a reaction because the camera was just insinuating that there was some serious. Oh, Robert De Niro's outside! Ah! Yeah, she forgot about Robert. Hey, hey, oh. And it's dark outside from in there, but it's light outside. It's so weird. Hey, who's hanging up clothes? There's dryers in 1968. Yeah, that looks like it's dark outside. It's so weird how they transitioned in between. They didn't really keep the day and night in order, but oh well. It's cool because it's George A. Romero. That's a rotary dial telephone. That's an old phone. That's definitely an old phone. She is looking scared. You know, one thing I do, like, I'm probably going to complain about this woman's acting quite a bit throughout this video because it's just an older movie and the acting isn't what it is today. But the one thing I will say, oh, Robert De Niro, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. One thing I will say though is her emoting, her face, her expression. Hey, whoa, what's up, pals? Her face definitely looks genuine to me. Like every emotion that she's trying to convey looks real to me, which is pretty hard to do, I'd say. Pretty hard to do realistically and keep it looking real, you know, especially to have it hold up after all these years. Oh, that person's dead for sure. I don't think he's gonna make it, sister. Get out of there. Get the hell out of there. Don't fall on that knife. She's freaking me out with that knife. Every time, that's a real knife, man. Every time you see her running through the house with that, it freaks me out. Oh, it's nighttime outside. What's happening? There's a car. Is that a GMC? Oh, it's black dude. It's Ben. That's his name is Ben. I remember now. Hey, oh, hey. Robert De Niro zombie. All right, so Ben is portrayed by Dwayne Jones, and he actually steals this movie for the most part. He rocks the shit in this movie.
Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more of them.
The truck is out of gas.
This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Yeah, where are you gonna go though, man? Because if you're in the middle of the boons, I mean, there's not a whole lot of places to go, depending on how much gas you get. I wouldn't want to go out in the open.
Tried this.
You know what's funny is the similarities between this one and the remake that came out in the 90s. Definitely a lot of lines taken out of this one, like
Do you live here?
pretty close. There's a big difference between Dwayne Jones' character and Tony Todd's character that was in the remake. Tony Todd's character came in, and he's like, he wanted answers immediately, shaking her like, hey, you need to, you know, snap out of this shit. But this one, he's a lot more...
We've got to get out of here. We have to get where there's some other people.
He's a lot more calm and, like, patient, waiting for her to come around. Because right around here, she's... Stop grabbing the knife, lady! She's grabbing it by the blade. It's freaking me out. It's making my butthole pucker just looking at it. Stop it! Stop it! She's holding it by the blade. Okay, it's better. Anyway, yeah, this Dwayne Jones's character portraying Ben, he definitely is a lot more patient and a lot more understanding. Oh no, that's blood for sure. No, it's on the hand. Ah! Purell that shit. Purell. No, they probably don't have Purell back in 1968. Any kind of hand sanitizer at all would be awesome for that. Okay. Grab the crowbar.
What's happening?
Oh shit, she said something.
What's happening?
Okay, so I remember this part. This part bothered me when I was younger because I saw this and I was like, how are zombies... Oh look, that zombie looks like he's wearing a lot of makeup. How are zombies capable of discerning a headlight and breaking it?
There are two of them out there.
With a
Have you
rock.
seen
I
them
guess
go
the
around
same
here?
way
I
the
can
zombies
take
are
care
capable of
those two.
I
Look,
don't...
I know
breaking
you're
a window
afraid,
with a
but
rock.
we have
I don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
Ooh, she's freaking out. Get him, Dwayne Jones! That looked like Phantom of the Opera there for a second. Oh, he nailed that one. Where's Robert De Niro zombie? There's Phantom of the Opera zombie. Behind you, Dwayne Jones! Take him out! And the coup de grace. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of hits, man. 6. Dude, he's dead. Okay, 6 is good. Right on. Oh, shit, look at that zombie. Oh, that's me after I threw my back out. Hey. Oh, wait, someone help me. I can't walk straight. Yeah, definitely me after I threw my back out. That's what it looks like for sure. They did. They did as hell. They for sure did. Yeah, that zombie looks like me after I threw my back out. Hey, could someone please just help me stand on my back for a second? Please, help me. No, my face is stuck like this too, you don't understand. You're not helping me! This hurts more! Oh shit. Oh, stabbed him right in the head. So, this is actually a pretty cool effect here for the 68. That, pretty cool. That looks pretty cool for the most part. And then there's another... There's not a whole lot of blood in that scene. It looks like he's trying to wipe blood, but I don't really see any. This scene is cool though because he actually stabs a fucking dummy in the head here. Bam! So that is cool because in 68 you didn't see a whole lot of practical effects that looked like that. And that was pretty graphic. Man, that tire iron started getting old after a while, huh?
I know we're in here now.
I want to find something else to be killing these things with. Oh shit, his eyes are moving. Don't approach him, get away. They moved again.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, don't look at it. Oh, they weren't moving until he opened the door. They were just standing there. That's different. I didn't think I noticed that before. So the lack of I was just gonna say the lack of music in this scene is a little different. Is he trying to light that body with a match? They all look so apathetic. Oh, yeah, he lit... Oh, fuck. He lit him up with a match. A single match. He didn't even use any kind of accelerant. Oh, where's Robert De Niro, zombie? Hey, oh, hey. He's gonna show up later. Take a rest, Ben.
Get some more lights on in this house.
Yeah, let's turn all the lights on. Fuck, let's throw a party. Let's get them all over here. I wouldn't turn any lights on in that situation. I would be talking at candlelight, maybe using a fireplace at the most. That's at the most. I would not turn any lights on though. Stop touching the blade! Ah, I hate that, man. Every time I see that woman touch the blade, it makes my butt pucker. Ah! That was an old ass tea tin.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
I think she's starting to like realize what's all happened here.
Look,
Catching his temper there.
I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house.
If I remember right,
now I'm going to board up
this
the
scene
windows
she
and
kind of
the
realizes what's
You
happening
understand?
here, and she starts
We'll be all right here.
catching up with everything.
We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now I want you to go in and get
You
some
have to
wood
help
so
me.
I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay?
He
Okay?
sounds like a very he's like a very articulate individual. I think he ended up being a teacher in real life. Is that the same fireplace or is that another fireplace? That looks like a whole nother fireplace. That definitely is a different fireplace. They have two fireplaces in that house? That's crazy. Who the hell has two fireplaces? That was in fact a wild boar. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is a little China hutch thing. Yeah. Little, what's it called? Music box. I've never seen a music box that opens like that. Craftsmanship is not what it used to be in America. Look at the calendar in the background. It says December 1966. And this technically came out in 68. It was released, so I'm just gonna assume that this whole movie takes place in 66. Gathering boards. Man, I would be getting anything I could to freaking board up everywhere. It would be a seriously terrifying situation, because anybody can watch this movie and be like, yeah, zombies, whatever, but to actually be in that situation would be fucking completely... It would be mesmerizing. I can imagine how difficult it is for her character to get through this, even though it's not real. I think this is the scene where she starts I remember there's a scene where she like realizes like everything that's happening, and she's like, my brother's outside still. Like I just left him alone like hours ago. Like it took her hours to remember that she left him alone. I think that's what happens. I can't remember fully. Yes, help, do something. You know, I feel, you know, this character, I understand because of the time era, but it just bothers me because I'm so used to seeing empowered women characters because I grew up in the 90s. And seeing this woman she's just not all, look at her. She's just like, yeah, I'm not, yeah, am I here? I'm not, I don't know. Am I going to go crazy and kill everybody or myself? Or am I just going to help? It's hard to tell what she's going to end up doing. Ben's on the ball though, man. He wants to live. I don't blame him. No one wants to get eaten by zombies.
Yeah, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find.
No, I guess it's not the scene I thought it was.
This room looks pretty secure.
If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors.
She just looks so pathetic, man. Like, I know...
Way in here. They're afraid now.
I know she's supposed to, and she's doing a really good job because her character
They're afraid
is
of
supposed to
fire. I
be
found
feeling
that
that.
out.
It's believable. Just her dialogue, whenever she talks, it's not that great. She just
You
sounds
know a
like
place back down the road called Beekman's?
sounds
Beekman's
old.
Diner?
Go on, Poops. Beekman's Diner.
Anyhow,
I remember
that's
this
where I
scene.
found that truck I have out there.
I'm just gonna hang out and play with this
There's a
plastic
radio in the
doily.
truck.
Yeah, that's a plastic
I
doily. I've never
jumped
seen a
in to listen
plastic
to it.
doily before.
When a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road, but there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on.
Okay, so I always remember this dialogue and
see them
this
at first.
scene right here, and I always thought about how cool it would be if they
I could
actually
just see that the
flashed
truck was moving in a funny way.
and showed all of what he's
Those
talking
things were catching up
while
to
he's
it.
talking.
Truck went right across the road.
Or if they somehow like just showed,
Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself.
they somehow
Went
just
right
showed
through the
like
guardrail.
in a flashback, or even beforehand everything that happens, and then it cuts to Barbara. That would be pretty cool.
I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire.
That sounds like a pretty intense situation too. I wonder if they
Didn't know
probably
the
couldn't
truck
pull
was
it
going
off
to
back then.
explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it.
Yeah,
I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me.
the camera work in this it's not centered
when I
right now,
noticed it.
and it looks like
The entire place had been encircled.
it needs to be a little bit more
There wasn't a
centered.
sign of life left.
Not that I'm complaining. It's an amazing movie, but you can just tell how old it is.
By now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there.
Yeah, dude, he steals this
Staring at
movie.
me.
He totally steals this movie.
I
There we
I started
go.
to drive.
The camera just kind of went,
plowed right
nah.
through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me.
Watching a movie like this is kind of cool because it's kind of guerrilla
Just
style
wanted to
camera
crush them.
work, and I like that.
They
You can tell they didn't take a whole lot of takes in these.
scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery.
This
Johnny
is the
and me.
scene where she comes to and she's like,
Johnny,
"Oh shit, Johnny." She's like, "Wait a minute. My brother's out there and he dead."
we came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy?"
What candy? I wonder what kind of candy that they were eating. M&Ms?
We didn't have any.
Did they have Skittles in 1968? I don't know.
And oh, it's hot in here. Hot.
It's hot in here. That's random. He's like, well, that's random. I am building a fire.
And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny."
That's a weird line.
And then
I'm
this
not
man
afraid,
started walking
Johnny.
up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop."
She didn't laugh. She looked genuinely scared.
Johnny ran away.
She
And
lied.
I
She's
went
lying
up
to you,
this
Ben.
man,
She
and
didn't
I was
laugh.
going to apologize.
She did seem like she was going to say
Why don't
sorry
you
to
just
that guy, though.
keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Good evening." and he grabbed me.
She said good
grabbed
evening?
Me, and he ripped at me. He held me and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me! And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he
So,
ran.
like,
And
her face,
he-
though. Her
he
face is
fought this
definitely selling it for me.
I got so afraid. I ran.
But the sound of her voice is
ran.
not.
And Johnny didn't come.
Her physical, like,
We
emoting is
We had to
awesome.
wait for Johnny. Maybe we better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him.
Johnny's dead as hell, lady.
Please! We have got to go get Johnny!
Oh, I remember this scene.
Please help me! Please!
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand?
This ain't no
My
Sunday
brother
school
is
picnic,
alone.
lady.
Your brother is dead.
No! My
Yeah,
brother
huh?
is not dead!
No, you're gonna kill us both, lady. I don't think so.
Oh.
Ooh, hell no. Bam! Oh, he didn't just slap her. He jawed her ass. That wasn't a slap. That was a fist. Ben don't play no shit. Ben never played no shit. Trying to board shit up. Ooh, what are you doing, Ben? Wait a minute. Okay. I was like, why do you disrobe her? Whoa, look how old that radio is. That's a fucking old radio. Whoa.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio
crazy
and
how
TV
old that
stations
is.
throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat,
I like the
these
board
are facts
kind of
as
over
we
the
know them.
camera there.
There is an epidemic of mass murder being
I like the
committed by
angle.
a virtual army of unidentified assassins.
Positioning of the
Murders
camera
are
is
taking place in
interesting.
villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no
Rural.
apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being...
Yeah, I imagine myself being a lot more frantic while nailing. Oh, shit! Oh, is that Robert De Niro zombie? That was Robert De Niro zombie. Hey, yo, I brought my buddies. Hey, yo.
At this point, there is no really
I can't do Robert
way
De Niro
for us
voice,
to
I'm
say
sorry.
who or what to look for and guard yourself against.
What is that?
Misshapen
Lighter
monsters.
fluid? That looks like lighter
The
fluid.
reaction of law enforcement officials
Yes,
is one of complete
yes it is.
bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to
Now he's
determine
building a
that
fire.
Any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help.
This is
The
matches.
scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be
What the
mobilized
hell
at
is
any
Ben
moment.
doing
This
right
has
now?
not happened
Oh,
yet.
what?
The only advice
Oh shit, he's gonna set that
orders
chair on
that
fire.
have
Oh yeah, they're scared of fire, I forgot.
private citizens to stay in their
Oh, they're scared of fire.
do not venture outside for any reason until
Interesting
the nature of this
music.
crisis has been determined.
It's like a really high-pitched vibrato woman in the background there.
Keep listening to radio and TV.
Definitely,
Any special instructions as this crisis
definitely
develops
eerie
further.
though.
Thousands
Super
of
eerie.
office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are.
Oh. What? Is there zombies in the car? They have their head in the car. Oh no, fire! Ah! So in the Savini remake, they did show that they were somewhat scared of fire, But it wasn't quite as predominant as in this movie. Why did it just freeze on me? It froze for a second. Weird. Anyway. Yeah, it's definitely not as predominant in the new remake about them being scared of fire as it is in this one. Alrighty. Also, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I think that this house seems a little bit smaller than the remake.
In Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest...
Oh shit, there's a door. There's a door no one's seen yet. Go, please.
You're listening. Have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as
You
it
go
develops.
potty.
We urge you to
Sebastian, let's go potty.
radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs.
Come.
Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection.
All right, sorry about that.
Murder, which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or even decide.
Look at Ben just working his ass off, getting everything protected, and she's just on her ass freaking out still. Great actress, just the character is poorly written, unfortunately.
Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here. Henry, Police Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only...
I wouldn't be smoking cigarettes at that situation. I know everybody says you gotta keep a clear head, but for me to keep a clear head, I would be having to smoke weed in that situation.
as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This full, ghastly story...
Yeah, at this point in time, I would be... Oh shit, a gun! I would have been looking for a gun a while ago. A better weapon than... you know, melee weapons, man. I need something... That's a Winchester, too. That's a lever action. Looks like a Winchester. Ammo. There it is.
Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like...
Houston
Found a
and
gun and
Galveston.
some bullets out there.
Don't put it next to her crazy ass, dude.
Oh, and these.
It became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion...
This place is boarded up pretty solid now.
...in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We have
this
a the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets.
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the radio.
Officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's bound to come and get us out.
Creatures from outer
Sooner or later.
So again, we joined...
But they are in the middle of the countryside. Oh, he just swung that barrel and pointed it at her for a moment.
doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Precautions of any suspicious strangers. And keep tuned to your radio and television
Dude.
for survival instructions and
He's
further
just talking to
details of
nobody
this
right now.
story.
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
She ain't all there, dude.
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station...
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later.
Dude,
But
that
you'll
would
be all right
suck
for
so
now,
bad to
okay?
be stuck in that situation with that just nobody at home.
Okay.
Nobody's home.
Dateline on this report is Cumberland, Maryland.
Now, I
Civil
think
defense
that
officials in Cumberland have told newsmen
it's
that
a little bit
murder
overdone
victims
with her
show
character.
evidence of
I'm going to
having
complain
been
about her character the whole
partially
time.
devoured by their murderers.
It just seems overdone a little bit. Okay, so that's a woman. I didn't... Okay, so in the remake, there's a man at the top of the stairs who shot himself. Can't remember his name. It was Tommy's uncle. And then there was the other uncle, or whatever. Wait a minute. I just saw someone's face there just now. It was supposed to be only skeleton. I'll forgive it. It's 1968 and it's George A. Romero, so it's whatever.
Consistent reports from witnesses to
Dude,
the
that
effect
radio is
people who
so
acted as though
old.
they
Look
were
how
in a kind
old
of
that
trance
is.
were killing
Even with a
and
doily
eating
on
their
top of
victims,
it, it's still,
prompted
man,
authorities to examine the bodies of some
still
of the victims.
looks alarmingly
Medical
old.
authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago
Is
from
that chick
Cumberland,
gonna click
Maryland,
with her at all?
civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill.
Eating the flesh,
So
man.
this
That's.
incredible story becomes more ghastly
I mean,
with
I
each
know
report.
it's super
difficult to
old and
imagine
heard
such a thing
about
actually
1,000
happening,
times, but
but
still, man.
these are the
Is
reports
that door
we
open?
have been receiving and passing on to you. Reports which
The
have
fact.
been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Oh, that was Cooper and Tommy, if I remember their names correctly.
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town.
A radio.
A radio.
County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this
I would've been like, where'd you guys come from, man?
Down there. I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody if they needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
them.
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute.
Dude, I would have been so pissed off in that situation. I would have been like, no, fuck that. You guys knew we were up here.
It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now
Right.
you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Immediately turns into an asshole. This character is already a character I don't like.
We came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, they can with numbers, though.
All but a few spots
That's
upstairs.
the one thing I would be worried about.
You're
Enough
insane.
numbers.
The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things
They can't
turn
get
over
in
our car.
here.
We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this.
Does
lousy
Cooper have a
pile of
machete?
wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
I've never seen. I never
Well, I still think we're better off up
I never noticed Cooper having a machete
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
with like a.
With all of us
Curved
working, we
tip.
can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got a
Yeah, see,
million windows up.
immediately it turns
All
into a
these
dick
windows,
measuring
you're gonna
contest.
make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear
They don't
me
have any
when I
strength.
told
They
you
over.
turned over our
Robert De
car?
Niro zombie overpowered
Fine,
Johnny.
we can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Pretty much.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I figured
Yeah,
there were lots
one
of
door
doors
in
from the
and out.
inside.
You
But
can't
up
get
here,
out.
all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for.
That's right.
We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see
Duh.
what's going on outside.
Oh, that's an old
But
like
down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
old record player with like a little.
Strongest
Wow,
place.
look at that record
Cellar's a
player.
death trap.
This movie is seriously like going back in time.
I think he's right.
Just going back in
You
time
know
and
how
like
many's out there?
seeing all the old fucking
6 or 7.
furniture and all the old
You two can do whatever you like.
like phonogram
I'm going
machines
back
and
down
shit.
to
What
the
is that? It's like an
cellar,
old ass
and you
record
better
player with a little
decide.
fucking.
Because I'm going to board up that
Tube
door,
on it?
and
That's
I'm not
crazy.
gonna unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm
Cooper's
not gonna
such a
wait.
dick.
I made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here.
That's
So
right.
let's at least consider this a while.
At the very least, man.
If you box yourself in this cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
That's true. Where the hell? Oh, there's Robert De Niro zombie.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10
Hey.
now.
There's more than
Oh.
there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Uh-huh. Oh, Shiza. Oh, don't grab it by the blade. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. There's like not any noise going on here, which makes the scene a little awkward. That helps. Yeah, so Romero zombies are the ones that created the trend. You're not gonna kill me unless you shoot me in the head.
It's all right.
I'm pretty sure that these are the zombies that you have to tag them in the head to stop them. Yep, that did her. It needs to get shot in the head. Oh, look at them all now. Damn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's counted like. Oh shit! There's the infamous naked one. Crazy. I didn't know that one was in the original. Oh, there's. Oh no. I didn't realize that there was that. Oh well. Just keep going on. It was. This is for educational purposes. So. Oh no. Oh, she ate a
We gotta
centipede.
fix these boards.
That was gnarly.
You're crazy. Those things are going to be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in your damn cellar. Get out of here!
Finally.
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've
He's
got
not
to have
insane.
food down there. We've got a right.
This your house.
You're just being a
We've got
pussy.
right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
listen, I got a kid down there.
Yeah, I would
can't
say no.
I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the
You can
windows.
stay on there,
Well,
Cooper.
you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid that old man is so stupid.
Ooh,
Now, get
sick
the hell
burn.
down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
Sick burn.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
Ah, Judy. Forgot about Judy.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead.
Man, see, in that situation, I would probably end up beating the shit out of that guy. And I'd probably end up getting either killing him or getting killed because
If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots
I wouldn't
of
be able to
places we
deal
can
with
run
that.
to up
I would
here.
be like, fuck that, man. This guy
Mr.
needs to get
Cooper?
out of here.
We'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey. Hey, kid.
She's just an empty slate.
He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Very wrong. I would never do that. That would be a terrible idea. Let's get stuck in underground.
Boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there and let them.
Okay, that wasn't a machete. It looked like a giant piece of like
There.
metal of some kind.
Two other people upstairs. A man
Are
and a
those
girl.
Winstons?
We heard the screaming.
Is he smoking
Yeah, but I
Winstons?
didn't know who they were, and I wasn't
Those
about
look
to
like Winstons.
take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Feels
it's
warm.
so weird
Maybe
seeing
it's
these
shock.
movies because seriously, man,
Where'd you get
like
the bandage?
every time I watch a movie this
Laundry
old,
in the
I just look at
basket,
the crates in the background. Oh man, is that a guitar? That looks like a classical style guitar chilling there, man. I wonder how old that guitar is.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them.
Yeah, the crates, like the luggage in the
Too many ways
background.
those monsters can get in up there.
Old,
We'll see
old
who's
stuff.
right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that's super important.
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Not for everybody else to be wrong, but for
Whatever
to
it
be
isn't just
right in our
happening
culture
here.
is super
Some kind
important.
of mass murder. It's
I would
going on
say.
everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
There's a radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, you
What did it
stupid
say?
dick.
Nothing.
I didn't say anything except for people are eating people.
There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
And people are eating people.
Off that door.
We are staying down here.
Wow.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us so they tell us what to do.
Weird.
How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Helen is far more powerful, well, for the most part, until Cooper gets ready to kick her ass. She seems like she's
we may not enjoy living together.
She stands up for herself
But
more in
dying
this.
together isn't going to solve anything.
Ooh.
Those people aren't our enemies.
Sick burn. Sick burn.
Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Oh, there's a TV?
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes,
They cut
Harry
there a
and I
little
can
bit.
come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Ah.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there.
You know what's weird? When you watch older movies, I think I said this earlier, you can tell like what people are going to look like when they get old. I don't know. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that makes sense, but you could just tell for some reason certain people like, oh, they're definitely going to. Maybe it's just because they're the way they're dressed or whatever. They don't look like modern people look today. I don't know. Like that hair is straight from like the 50s. And her hair looks like it's going towards the 70s.
She's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Yeah, you have an asshole husband who apparently beat you. That's also something. That's not much. That's kind of lame. Yeah, they really laid on thick with Cooper's character in the first one. I didn't realize how much of a dick he was. He's super dickish. Oh, there she's just lost in the doily.
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
Yeah, so she's reverted back to her
I
childlike
gotta
state
go help Ben with the television.
because her brother was killed. She's looking like she doesn't know what to do with that lady, so she's just gonna sit down in the chair and stay the fuck away. That's what I would do too. Don't interact with her, just stay away from her. Oh. What are I can't see what they were. Does everybody have no one has a lighter these in 1968 apparently. Oh shit. Does she want a cigarette or she just realized
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
Dude, that woman looks crazy in this movie. Her eyes are just doesn't seem like
This
there's
place is
anything there.
ridiculous.
So I'm saying her emoting in this movie is amazing.
There's a million
Great
weak
actress.
spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
No one has a lighter. And that dude's tie is fucked up. It's been bothering me for the last 10 minutes.
There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Damn. Helen's just throwing it at him. I don't know, man. And the other one, she just seems like a lot more proactive, but more of a doormat for her husband. Here she's like telling him what for, which is awesome.
Try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on.
Oh,
It's
shit.
on.
Tell him what for, Ben.
Play with the rabbit ears.
It reports, incredible as they seem.
They called them the rabbit ears. That's so weird.
Mass hysteria.
I had an antenna on my TV like that when I was a kid.
Shut up.
Shut up, motherfucker.
The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development.
Just saying it sounds creepy, man. Feast upon the flesh of their victims. That's creepy as shit.
Officials and newsmen at first discounted there was
I don't care what anybody says. Zombies are always going to be cool. Just like they've taken their spot in the scary, like, monster Hall of Fame officially after like the last 15 years.
I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A
Seriously.
investigation of reports from
Can we take a moment and just
morgues and hospitals
try to imagine if people started coming back to life?
Are coming back to life.
Holy shit, dude. That would be horrifying.
It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact.
Seems to be.
When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action.
That is... I couldn't even imagine what the hell would you do? What would someone want? There's nothing that you could do. Go outside? No, can't go outside.
Stay tuned to the broadcasting station.
People like to say, "Oh, I'd get, you know, a couple knives and just go crazy." No, you'd probably end up getting bit and killed. You want to stay inside.
Of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
No.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out.
Let's go where there's people.
I know, that's why I pulled in
Fuck
here, but
that.
it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference,
Oh, who was the president in '68?
The FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA
Was it Nixon?
has not produced any public information. Why are
Was it
space
Kennedy? I don't
experts
remember.
being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus.
Shot to Venus?
That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA. When
I don't
scientists
remember any of
discovered it was
this.
carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murder?
Okay, so this, I don't remember any of this explanation. They're trying to say that
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
a satellite that traveled to Venus might be a cause of this,
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
and the probe exploded.
That was the subject of the meeting. You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough
Dude.
to cause these mutations?
There was a very high
Is it just me, or does that guy look really Russian in the middle?
Sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
Logical explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
Yeah, the mutation is the cause of radiation. That's I don't remember that. I don't remember that plot.
Until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done.
I don't remember that at all.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between the...
Definite connection as far as...
Look, there's like 3 dudes covering this.
I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
If this should happen today, this guy would be walking through a fucking sea of people.
Radiation enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this further?
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
I just burped.
Later this afternoon.
Look at those microphones. Those microphones are old. Everything in this movie is old. Everything.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
Is one of the world's foremost authorities.
Blairsville.
Space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
17 miles?
From around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go
17
swimming.
miles is nothing,
Judy had
dude.
a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
See, in the remake, this is Tommy's house in the remake.
We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman.
In the remake,
3 men, and the place is
Tommy
so
owns the house, and it's his uncle's house, and his uncle's dead upstairs.
Your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to
Greensburg.
find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way.
Well,
we don't know yet what
everything, I haven't seen anything that doesn't stand out. Everything stands out as old as shit in this movie.
Look, you go down there and tell Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In my opinion, I think so far, from what I've heard, some of the best acting has come from Mrs. Cooper. She's actually a really good actress. Everybody in here is decent actress, but some of the dialogue, man, when you listen to it, it just does not sound. It just doesn't. It's just old, it's dated.
I don't understand.
From what I understand, the reason of that is like old, like
It's Mommy.
crowd, like when you're working in like theater back in the day, you have to really be loud because they didn't have like electronics and microphones and shit. Not in the
Thank you,
60s,
Judy.
but like way, way back.
The body should be
And these people are
disposed of
taught
at
by
once,
those people
preferably by
who were
cremation.
taught by those people. So
How long after death, then,
it's
does
just
the
when they talk like this. See, they talk really loud, so everybody can hear them. It's weird.
No, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned.
And burned.
They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them.
Hell yeah.
The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're
Yeah,
just
dubious
dead
comforts.
flesh and dangerous.
Very
I
dangerous.
need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene.
Molotov
down
cocktails.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll
That
look for
sounds
the
good.
bottles.
There's a big key ring down there.
Hey,
Maybe
Cooper's
a
doing
key
something to
gas
help.
pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of
God,
the
Cooper is such a
there.
pussy. Every single time,
Jars in the cellar.
every
There's a
single
key on
time
here that's labeled for the gas pump out
there's
back.
like some kind of possible danger.
Not
He's
really
like,
that used to the
no,
truck. I
no,
found
no,
that
I don't
bag.
want any part of it.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
I can also handle my lines.
You
No
ready,
sweat.
then? You and I'll go.
Sorry.
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can
Is
go
it just me,
upstairs
or
and
does
count
Cooper
the
look like
cocktails
he's
from the
wearing
window.
fucking eyeliner?
Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back.
Cooper's
out
wearing
and lock
eyeliner.
This door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly.
Looks like it. Kinda.
After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Ben likes to move it, move it.
Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many
That's an old TV. Holy shit.
rescue stations.
She looks familiar. Where have I seen her before? I wonder if I've seen her anywhere.
You always have a smile for me.
I always have
How can you smile
IMDb
like
opened
that all
up
the
just in
time?
case I want to look up something interesting about
How many do you have done?
a movie I'm watching at any given time. That's the awesome part about living
Come on,
in
honey, we
the
gotta
future.
move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded
God damn, and
message.
so is his haircut. Look at that wavy ass
If I
hair.
can only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we
Dude,
get to Willard,
he's reminding me
we'll call
of
them.
Lloyd
They
from
might even be there.
Dumb and Dumber. His hair,
I know.
it totally looks like Lloyd.
Tom,
Oh, that was a weird cut right there.
are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've
The
got
television
to get to a
says
rescue
it,
station.
then it must be right.
I don't know.
If
Come on,
the
you're
television
starting to
says
sound
it,
like Mr.
it's
Cooper
definitely
now.
right.
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
What? What stuff? He doesn't know anything about driving a truck or pumping gas?
For how long, honey? We're safe now, but there's going to be more and
Pretty
more
presumptuous
of
of
those
you,
things.
Tommy.
I know all that.
Hey, listen. Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was
I love the
for us
camera
to
work in this
convince you
movie, I
that it
gotta
was
say.
right to leave? Remember we had to
Truly
go
love
to
it.
Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like
Judy
just
is
a wind
Judith
passing
Ridley.
through. We've got to do something, and fast.
And she still lives in Pittsburgh.
I just don't want you to go out there,
Oh,
that's all.
she also has a cameo in Living Dead.
Smiley, where's that big smile for me?
Weird.
Boy, you're showing no
Huh.
use at all, aren't you? We've got work to do, honey.
Okay,
And
so
you.
this kind of is a little bit out of left field because we technically were just introduced to these characters and now we're supposed to be invested in like their relationship together. And when the two characters that have been on screen the longest is Ben and Barbara. And Barbara's is about as exciting as a fucking wet carrot.
Downstairs now, just for a little while until we get
So I understand why they're trying to get story from other people, but
Oh, I'd like to leave.
oh, I'd like to leave, yes. Man, I didn't remember how terrible her character was. Yeah, so like I don't understand why they're trying to focus on Tommy and Judy's love thing relationship because we're not familiar with those characters at all. I mean, the most familiar we are of anybody would be Ben out of all the characters so far because technically that's who we've heard the most from. And his motives are very clear. He just wants out. He wiggled his ears. That was very uncomfortable. What's Cooper doing? Oh, he's throwing the Molotovs? Oh shit, there's so many. Oh, Robert De Niro zombie's not by himself anymore. Hey, oh, hey.
Ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss him.
Matches, no lighter. That sucks. Oh fuck, they made Molotovs with a jar. Sorry, I've just always seen it with a bottle. It's weird. How'd the jar break for sure? And then they are throwing it on grass, so... Or he is. This kind of makes me want to just make a Molotov just to try it out. There, no, fire hurts. That's the noises they were making. It was funny. All right, they cleared out. Oh, shirt ripper! That zombie's like, shirt ripper!
I'm going with him.
What? Going with him? What are you doing, you crazy bitch? None of that.
Come on. Get in.
I think Sebastian wants to come back in. about that. Oh, I saw Robert De Niro zombie. He's in almost every shot with the zombies. Hey yo, way, hey yo, way, hey yo. They caught Robert De Niro zombie on fire. Dude, that zombie, there he is again. He's in almost every shot. Almost. I wonder which zombie that is. I'm sure some of the more diehard fans know. So how'd they shoot that shot? Was that at nighttime? It looked like it was in the morning time almost. They're all moving a lot slower all of a sudden. Okay, so this scene in the remake in the 90s.
This key won't work. Watch it.
No. Dude, so in the 90s they made this and Tommy. Oh no. So Ben falls off the truck. Tommy gets to the gas pumps, realizes the keys don't work, and then he goes to shoot the gas pumps. And Ben runs up. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And it fucking blows up and kills Tommy and Judy right there. And the zombies have a cooked meal. But in this, it looks like the same thing happens, except for in a different manner. It seems. Why did they get in the car and try to... That was a poor choice, because the shit was on fire, and the gas tank was open and everything.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, like in a lot faster motion. What are you doing?
My jacket's caught.
What's caught? Her jacket? Oh, no. That's terrible. That's cooked food for the zombies, though. I might as well take advantage of it and distract them and get the hell out of there. You gotta tap him in the head. Fire bad. That zombie was smiling. That zombie was smiling. Yeah, in that situation. Oh, this is where Cooper becomes a huge dick. Ooh, gonna beat that ass. You know he is. That was a fuck you. I'm gonna fuck you up at one point look. Man, I would just end up beating the shit out of that guy a long time ago. That's why I would never last very long in a zombie apocalypse, because I am not a good team player. Especially with... Oh yeah. Bam! Left. And a right. Beat that ass, Ben. Oh, just showing him what for.
I'll drag you out there and feed you those things.
I agree. That would actually be pretty nice. Yeah, okay, so I was wondering what they're gonna do with this this scene. This scene probably freaked everybody out back in the day. Probably hadn't seen shit like this yet. Everybody gets a piece. are guts. Oh, is that supposed to be like the liver or something? Looks like a femur. Ew. Yeah. 2 down. 2 down. How many to go? 3? It's like Cooper, his wife, the daughter, and the empty slate chick.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
I'm so used
10
to.
minutes.
I'm so used to the remake.
Only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Oh, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
Dude, she is gone.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know.
Yeah,
We
so
were
this definitely is turned into a
just trying to get to a
fuckaroo.
motel before dark.
You say those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile?
Dude, she is still
through that army
crazy.
of things out there?
How is she
I
still
can carry
crazy
this
after everything that's happened?
What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things
It's
grabbed her.
insane.
Bit her on the arm.
Oh, see, now it's just
What's
saying that
wrong?
the daughter's bit.
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
Barely.
She can't walk. She's
Ooh,
too weak.
look at Cooper's face. He got his ass beat. I never realized that
Well,
he
one
had
of us
marks
can
on
try
his
to
face.
get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you don't
know,
want to
but
drive it
where
like
is
that.
it?
It's all messed up on the front, man. Everybody's gonna think you're poor or something. Oh no, it's more butt.
Good Lord.
Okay, so I'm almost
Being
fairly
monitored
certain
closely
that
by
some of these
scientists at all
zombies
the
were in the
radiation
remake.
detection stations.
As like a lot older
At this hour,
zombies.
they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls.
Yeah, that's weird
All persons who
looking
die
makeup.
during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned.
All my relatives are
covering
cremated,
such a
luckily.
search and destroy
I don't have to worry
operation
about
against
that
the
if it
ghouls.
ever happens.
This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls.
And that's the
Naval
marauding
Command
ghouls.
Center at the Pentagon has
Ghouls.
disclosed that a ghoul can be killed
A ghoul?
by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull.
They're not actually using the word
Officials are quoted
zombies,
as
they're using the word
explaining that
ghouls.
since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
They're called ghouls.
supply wagon, Gus? No, we're all right. Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again. All right, I got you.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down.
Chief, as soon as you're finished, can I see you here?
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember this part at all.
If I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem.
I
If
do
you had
remember
a
it in the
gun,
remake.
Shoot 'em in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat 'em or burn 'em. They go up pretty easy.
Well,
Yeah, they
Chief
do.
McClellan, how
It
long
took
do you
one
think it
fucking
will take
match and he
until
lit
you
on
get
fire.
the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Oh, that line?
Would you say you ought to be able to
That
wrap
line
this
is
up in
used in so
24
many
hours?
zombie movies now.
Well,
They're dead. They're
we
all
don't
messed
really
up.
know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC
I'm wondering if that
TV 11
Chief
News.
whatever, that
Thank you,
chief
Bill, for
was
that
in the
report.
remake too.
Official spokesman declined to
He had an eye
speculate
patch, if I
just how
remember
long
right.
it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
And out goes the power. This shit should have been out from the beginning.
I don't know.
It would attract more of them with all the fucking light.
It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Oh, hell no.
Haven't you had enough?
Look, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
Oh shit, is that Robert De Niro zombie? Oh no. So this is the weirdest thing about the original Night of the Living Dead, is to see them using tools. Like rocks and shit to try to break down the door. It's weird. I'm not used to seeing zombies being capable of doing such things. So if I was to see this movie first, it would still have had the same impact on me, I think, because just the idea of being stuck in a house with all those fucking zombies outside trying to get in is just, to a kid, it's fucking horrifying. Cooper, what a prick, man.
Go
Oh
ahead.
no.
Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar now. Move!
Oh, should have put it right into his face. So in the remake, there's a zombie who's a cop. Ooh, shit. Ben's a cold motherfucker. He shot him cold-blooded right there, man. Like, in the remake, Cooper gets a gun and, like, takes shots at Ben, and Ben shoots back at him and shit. Oh, what is this? Ooh, Cooper's dead as fuck. Yeah, this is... it's been so long since I've seen this. This is nothing like the remake. It's the remake, Cooper takes shots at Ben, and Ben defends himself, but Ben straight up shoots him. Oh no, wait a minute, is he dead? Oh no, he's... Oh, that's gnarly. So if I remember right, the wife does not die upstairs. Oh, there's Robert De Niro zombie. Hey, oh, hey! He's in almost every scene. Holy shit, is she finally gonna get up and do something? Wow. Oh no, the arm is missing. Gnarly. That's pretty brutal for 68, I imagine. Again, they're using tools. It's so weird to see a zombie use a tool. weird noise. That's some definite. That's some weird reactions. See, why would she stab her if she wants to eat her? I don't get it. It's really, really awesome to see Barbara doing it. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. It's really awesome to see Barbara doing something finally, but it's a little bit too fucking late. Oh shit, there's Johnny! Send her back over the edge. Oh, he reminded me of Edward Scissorhands there. His eyes were very... Oh shit, there goes Barbara. The moment that she finally snapped out of it and decided to help, she fucking got taken. Was that a little person zombie? Oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. Oh, no. Oh, your dad was an asshole. Oh, I think he's going to be able to get... I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to kill Cooper, because Cooper's just missing an arm. Hey, oh, hey! Cooper's just missing an arm, so... Hey, you get this chair out of my way, hey! Yeah, so if I remember right, they end up finding the right gas key down, or he ends up finding the right gas key downstairs. It would be kind of cool to see Barbara as a zombie now, but I imagine the transformation would happen way too fast. I don't know. But I remember in the remake, this scene was always the most epic scene because it's just after all the shit they went through, Ben ends up finding the fucking gas key downstairs. No one ever had to shoot it. Oh yeah, there's Cooper. Wait a minute, so he got his arm bit off. Ooh, she's dead as hell. There he goes, okay. Yeah, Ben doesn't mind doing that. Oh, what are you doing, man? That's a waste of bullets. Well, he ended up where he did not want to be. Oh shit, she needs to go too. I'd be looking for a basement window of some kind. Something. Well, the seesaw can't help, man. Yeah, it's really funny to see that he's the only one left. I don't see Robert De Niro, zombie. Oh, wait a minute, there he is. Hey, yo! See, this is totally different from the remake, because the remake, Barbara actually makes it out, and she shoots her way out for the most part, and runs into a group of rednecks, and she ends up leading them back to the house to try to find Ben. Where Cooper is actually alive still in the remake, and Barbara shoots him in the fucking head and claims that he was a zombie, which is actually, I have to say, a lot awesome. Well, I'd say it's about just as cool as the way he dies in this movie. Because Cooper was a dick. Look at that little tiny one-person helicopter. No, it's a two-person helicopter, but it looks weird. I don't think I've seen a helicopter looking like that before. I wouldn't want my dog. I wouldn't want my dog around zombies, man. He'd get sick.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
I wonder if that guy's. I gotta look it up and find out if this guy, this chief is in the.
One of the volunteers, you're doing all
This
the work.
chief is in the new one.
We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard Den. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
I'd really like to be able to see a remake of this again, a new remake. Because I know they remade it in the early '90s, but
appears to be under control.
one more remake would be awesome. And put like a lot of money in it too. Oh shit, I think I just remembered what happens at the end of this movie. And it's a fucking drag too. See, right there, he should have started screaming for help. He hears engines and gunshots. He needs to be like, help!
Some of these guys can follow the wagons down. I only need a few men to check out the house. Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cop.
Is that the brother of the Robert De Niro zombie? That looked just like Robert De Niro as well. Stop being quiet, man. Speak up. Those must have been pretty cool scenes to shoot. Stop being quiet and stealthy, dude. Speak out loud and be like, I'm alive, I'm a person.
He's a dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire?
He's not saying anything. He's being too quiet. He's gonna walk out and end up getting tagged. How are they gonna shoot him with a gun in his hand, though?
Nothing down here. All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
Yeah, it's Robert De Niro. What is he doing?
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Ah.
Good shot.
Hey.
Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Oh, what a bummer. Hey, there's Robert De Niro. Oh, they're using meat hooks? That's a... Man, if that happened in real life, that would everybody wouldn't be freaking out over the fact that zombies are real. They would be freaking out over the inhumane way in which they were wrangled. Everybody would be super offended. Using meat hooks on zombies? I can't believe you. Well, that was Night of the Living Dead. And it still holds up for the most part, except for the kind of corny dialogue here and there. But that was fun.